Good morning, friends. Welcome to my channel, JB's Crochet, and I am Amber. So today I'm going to show you, this may be a short video, I don't know, maybe I'll turn it in 20 minutes like I usually do. I'm going to show you a quick update on my 2 blankets that I'm working on for my, focus on it, finish on it Friday. I was actually going to look at this before I turned on the camera, but I'll do it now. I didn't put my watch on, so I don't know what, today's Vlogust day number 27? We're gonna go with 27. I am half here, half not. Okay, so I was also sitting here thinking, aside from these daily vlog videos, I need to come up with something else to do because I don't want it to get too I don't want to say boring, because I don't know that, because you guys don't say it's boring, but I just want to make sure it's, you know, like, I'm trying to think of what the word is, like, just, I don't know, this same every day. So, because I didn't do hardly anything yesterday except for school with the kids and crocheting and a lot of binge watching on TV, because I was just, I've gotten into this one show and I don't know if it's one of those moments where I get into doing something and I can't quite stop. Like, I do everything around it, if that makes sense. So like right now, it's every moment I can, I have an AirPod and a Pixel Bud or the TV on or something watching this show. Granted, it's a show I've seen before, so it's not like but it's kind of fresh to me because I don't really remember it, because my memory stinks. So, what? I didn't write it down. Okay, so my focus on it was my Chris's Hug blanket, and then my finish it was, okay, I didn't write it down next to it. I'll do that now. Oh, that's not the color I was. Sorry for the yawn. Like I said, I'm half here, half not. Like 8:30. Cause see, I can't even talk. Oh, I wrote the wrong date down. 23. There we go. Oh no, it is 8. Okay, so it's the 8th month, not 8:30. So 6:30 rolled around, my alarm went off. I did not want to get up. 4 o'clock this morning, I was awake because there was thunder outside. I was like, oh boy, this is fun. It wasn't very loud, but it was loud enough to wake me up. So, at some point or another, I fell back asleep. I don't know, but then my husband was up between 6 and 6:30, getting ready to go to work. I think. I heard him leave. I look over at my time, and I'm like, it's 6:23 or so, 6:24. And I was like, it's 6 minutes before my alarm goes off, and it goes off, and I'm just sitting there going, ugh. Oh, I did not want to get up this morning. Like, I want to go back to bed. So, Chris's Hug for my focus on it, and my 3L shawl. I have not made it to my yarn store, my local yarn shop, to buy what am I looking for here? Words. Words, come to me, words. More yarn to finish this said project, or to work on it. So I need to go get those. So maybe today, I don't know. We'll see. Because again, I don't like to leave my house with my kids at home anymore. So you know, they're getting older. You'd think I'd be able to leave, and nope. The older they get, it seems like the more I need to take them with me again. Like, we're going back into that phase again. Okay, let's see. I'm just gonna grab this off the top here. So, yesterday I worked on both my blankets. I put in a few rows on both because I wanted to make sure I was still getting my cat's meow on, because I get in these, like I said, these modes where, like with the TV, I was constantly, you know, as soon as the next episode, you know, it was an episode show, a series or whatever. Oh, and I really hate looking tired on these videos, but this is the only time I can feel like I can get these done without very little interruptions. So I apologize for my weary looks in the morning. I try to make myself look, you know, like I'm ready to go, because I don't want to look unkept for you guys. So anyway, like I said, I worked on my blankets yesterday. I'm only going to show you I'm not going to hold up the whole thing. I'm just going to show you it folded in half, because it's essentially the same. I mean, it's not, you know what? I'll just do this. It does look different when you hold up like this, because it's a very lacy blanket throw. And I've gotten quite a bit on the orange done. I'm probably about, not quite halfway with the orange, but we're getting there. We're getting there. It is turning out amazing, I think. I'm definitely one of those that once I finish one, I don't want to do another one necessarily, but I will. This one works up quick, y'all. Because you're going into the chain spaces, you're not really having to count. Except for, you know, on the row I'm on, you have to put you only put 2 double crochets in with that V, whereas the row below it is 4 with that space in between them. The chain 1 between the 2 sets or whatever. Like I said, my brain is my brain it's not all there this morning. Okay, I'm gonna leave this on my lap because I thought about maybe why is it with sweatshirts they pull back your clothing and you have to pull it forward? I had somebody ask the other day about this. I think this pattern is free. I'm not sure. I know it's a video tutorial, I think. Honestly, I don't know. But this spine right here is part of what they call the Pro Click system. It is a spine that is actually, there's a tool that you can run down this and it actually pops open these rings, and you could actually, this is like reusable until these break, which, you know, can happen, but you just click them back together closed once you take off or put new stuff or whatever on. I actually made this for myself. It's not a book. It's just instead of having like a 3-ring binder, or you can use spiral binding on these too. The holes are just far enough apart that some of the spiral bindings can work too. I can't remember. There's like a pitch that they call it, that the holes are so far apart from each other, and I can't remember what it is, but you can get, if you do the research, you can find it. It's really easy to find. But these, I think the capacity on these is like 110 sheets, which means you can do up to 110 sheets back and front. You know, 110 sheets periods is what I'm saying. And I would say that's actually almost too much, because you can't, it almost doesn't want to do, you know, like this. So anyway, I do this because that way I have, I can put my patterns in from Juan the Yarn Addict just in this one book, and then, or this one, whatever you want to call it, book, folder. And then when I'm making his patterns, I can literally just go open it up, you know, work along the pattern, and it can sit nice and flat like this. I don't know why I have two covers on the back, but you know, it worked out that I can show you how to open it up and not show you patterns, because some of these are paid for patterns and some of them aren't. So I can't honestly remember all of them. So if you are interested in his patterns, he is listing them on Ravelry. I don't think they're on Etsy yet, but I know for sure that he is listing them on Ravelry. So if you just look up Juan the Yarn Addict, I will link his channel in the description. I try to share in the description channels that I mention on my videos. So if I don't, I apologize. Ask me in the comments, and then or remind me in the comments and say, hey, can you link so-and-so's channel or whatever? And that way, I'll be like, oh yeah, that's right, thank you. I'll do that. So, all right, so the Easy Breezy Throw, that's the progress I made on that. It's just a few rows, not very much, but I figured, you know, it's a, see what I mean? I had to pull it forward again. Actually, I don't know, let's see where we at, 11 minutes? I don't know, maybe I'll whip out another 5 minutes on the next one. I did not do this right, y'all, because I stacked this one right on top of my cat's meow blanket, and now I gotta figure out how to get this box up and around my camera without bumping it. And dropping it, and, you know, making a mess, and doing all the things. Doing all the things, you know? So, God, this blanket, y'all, is so cool. It's so exciting. I really hope that watermelon I have up here matches this. And if it doesn't, it'll be fine. It will be fine. It'll still look really cool. And maybe it'll look like it was supposed to be, like, you know, half and half or something. Who knows? I think it's gonna look really cool when it's done. And I'm getting really excited because the tail's getting longer and longer. So, as long as I'm paying attention and marking these off correctly, I am on row 47. So, I believe I was on row, trying to remember what row I was on yesterday, because I finished 2 or 3 rows during Kim's live from Fortunate Creations. She does a coffee live every morning, and we just talk about random things, and we try to stick to crochet and yarn, but sometimes, you know, topics get off topic, and we have fun. Yesterday was one of those exceptionally fun days. I told her in the live, I said, well, I commented, I said in the chat, I was like, all your lives are fun in the morning. Really, they truly are. And this one yesterday, it literally topped the cake. If you don't know what that means, I'm not going to tell you the story. You have to go check out her live from yesterday. Go watch the replay. It was fun. She was showing something, and I went, ooh, why don't you try this? And then, so for the last, like, half of the morning hour that she does, she spent coming up with ideas for that one particular thing that she showed, and then some. And then it just, like, snowballed, literally. Go check out Snowbert Hookman. Yeah. I came up with that name. I love it. I love it. I love it. I should have saved it, but that's okay. There can be a junior one day, maybe. All right, so I'm on row 47. And I'm getting really... So you know what? This will be one of those patterns. I may reprint it off because this one's getting kind of... And I'm not sure how I'm going to include this part into my binding system. I mean, this one will be fine. It's just getting a little rough for being thrown in the box, you know, just a little curled right here. But this is like one of those patterns that I have my Pro Click hole punch that it's one of those that you put in a few sheets at a time and you go, and then you take it out, put another few sheets in, and you can actually go back the other way and you can kind of keep going like this through, you know, each set of paper you put in there. And you can, I think it's like 3 to 5 sheets max. It takes a little bit of time if you're doing a bigger project worth of hole punching, but it goes so quick that it's worth the time to put in. And you know, as long as you do it with every pattern you print out one at a time, like at one at a time, 1 or 2 patterns at a time, you know, it won't be as long either. So let's show off the cat's meow. It is getting so long. Like, of course it is. All the way over there, where my water usually sits, my measuring tape is. I was gonna measure this and see how long it is. I want to say it's around 2 feet. So this is it sideways. This is such a cool pattern. I want to this is one I really want to make another one of, but so was Juan the Yarnetic's Winter Cow. I really wanted to make another one of those, and I don't know if I will right now because I keep, like I said, putting other stuff on my plate. And I'm getting these blankets done before I start another one. At least that's the plan. See, look at it though. Isn't that cool? Like, obviously you guys know that these are my strings that I'm attached to, so I can't really, it's gonna make the blanket look a little messy, but I'm not gonna flip it around, so. Look at it, it's so cool. I know you guys, like, I've only done like this much. Oh, it's getting so long. And it's getting harder to work on because, you know, in my lap, it's like scrunching up. And I will admit, this area right here is kind of stiff. And this area right here is really like soft and kind of droopy. Not droop, kind of sort of drapey. Not really. It's got some like very little drape, but like this variegated, it's the red heart, and it's definitely a lot stiffer. But once it gets washed out, that's the part I'm anxious for, is like, how soft is this going to be? It's going to be a heavy blanket. I'm going to say heavy in the like weight sense, but not like when it's on you, it's going to be kind of heavy, but it's going to be comfy, not like hot heavy, if that makes sense. Oh, my voice. Which one was it? One of these. It is, I think this one. Nope, not this one. This one right here. Yep, this one right here, this string. So this section right here of the watermelon, I finally had to add on another cake to the string, or to the yarn. So I got that far in that section. I got this far with basically half a skein because I had 2 skeins that I basically tried to split into 2 cakes each, which it's tough to do. I had to visually judge it. So I did as best I could to make 2 cakes out of each skein. So I had 4 cakes to go. And I haven't gotten to the knot yet. That knot makes me a little worried, so I might find my glue wherever it's at and glue the knot before I get to it, and allow it to dry before I get to it, because I don't want this blanket coming undone on a kid. That would be the worst thing ever in my mind. And then that kid, how's that kid gonna fix it? They ain't gonna fix it, you know? So this blanket is awesome. So I'm excited to finish it, wash it, and keep you guys updated on it. So we'll see where I get on it today. Because with that excitement, y'all, what happens with me is when I get excited about something, especially like those, again, it's one of those, I don't know if it's, I call them modes, and I get very addicted is not the right word. hyper focused. There's the word I was looking for. I get super hyper focused on something like that show I'm watching. And like, so like if I get excited about a blanket or a project or something, like the knitting machine one that's sitting right here, I hyper focused on that thing all last week. It was last week. Whatever week it was that I finished it. I think it was last week. And no, it was, I don't know. My time's getting away from me. I need to write down when I finished it. That's what I have books for. I have a notebook. I think this one. I'm going to have to go back and look and see when I finished it and write it down, because I'm trying to keep track of that. And oh no, this is my ideas book. So that's the other thing, y'all. I need your help in keeping this fresh on my, keeping my channel fresh, as Juan likes to say. I don't want to take his ideas and do them at the same time, but I draw inspiration from him and from others. And so, like this daily vlog thing I got from Marianne and, well, Kim with Fortunate Creations. She doesn't necessarily do these, but she does her lives every morning, and that is how she gets her daily in. What was I gonna say? Gosh, my brain literally just woo, reboot. Anyway, yeah. So I just want to keep it fresh on here. I do want to do some videos where I'm, you know, crocheting and talking, but look, I made it 20 minutes, so I'm not gonna sit here and crochet with you on this one. Maybe on another one. I always have good intentions of picking something up and crocheting it while I'm doing this, but I'm a very animated talker apparently, and I have to use my hands to like at you in the camera. So when I talk, I can't believe that I made it that long. I guess I had more to talk about this morning than I thought, because I woke up this morning going, I don't have a whole lot of progress on my blankets. What am I going to talk about? Where did he go, George? Where did he go? So I got a video recorded yesterday that will come out this weekend, so you'll see that. I need to come up with another video to record. Oh, no I don't. I have an idea. So I went to the library yesterday and grabbed some books. And I plan on doing like a book look video. It may be a short video, maybe a long video. Who knows? You know me. I always say they're going to be short and then they end up 20, 30 minutes later. So I'm right on schedule for today. My goodness. So I will do a video later today showing the books that I picked up and that I plan to flip through over the next few weeks, and just to flip through them, because I was like, you know what, I'm just going to check out and see what kind of books I can borrow from the library and see if I like them enough to buy them and put them into my book stash, my book library. I'm really far behind on catching up with Kim from Fortunate Creations and her craft book library. So with that, friends, before I get too weird and giddy on here, I'm going to let you guys go. And I want you guys to have a fantastic day. Don't forget, it's always a beautiful day to be kind and positive and to create something beautiful. And I will see you, friends, on our next video. Bye!